Hello, everyone! As the chill of winter fades away and the first hints of spring begin to color the world, there's a special kind of excitement in the air. Today, I want to invite you to experience one of the most breathtaking sights that spring has to offer. Let's talk about something truly beautiful: the National Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C. Every year, as March turns to April, the city comes alive with a sea of delicate pink and white blossoms, drawing visitors from all over the world. The festival is more than just a celebration of flowers. It's a celebration of renewal, friendship, and the joy that comes with the changing of the seasons. Each spring, as the days grow longer and the sun shines a little brighter, the cherry trees that line the tidal basin and fill the city's parks begin to bloom. It's a magical transformation. One day, the branches are bare, and the next, they're covered in clouds of blossoms. The sight is so enchanting that it almost feels like stepping into a fairy tale. People eagerly await the peak bloom, when the flowers are at their fullest and most vibrant. It's a magical time to visit the city, whether you're strolling hand in hand with a loved one, laughing with friends, or simply taking a peaceful walk beneath the blossoms. The gentle petals drift down like confetti, creating a soft, colorful carpet on the ground. For many, it's a moment to pause, reflect, and appreciate the beauty of nature and the promise of new beginnings. For a few precious weeks, Washington, D.C. is transformed into a wonderland of pink and white. The city's iconic landmarks, like the Washington Monument and the Jefferson Memorial, are framed by blooming trees, making for unforgettable views and perfect photo opportunities. The air is filled with the sweet scent of blossoms, and everywhere you look, people are smiling, taking pictures, and soaking in the beauty. People come from all over the country and even the world to see the cherry blossoms and join in the celebration. Locals and tourists alike gather under the trees, sharing stories, snapping photos, and making memories that will last a lifetime. The festival brings together people of all ages and backgrounds, united by their love of spring and the simple joy of witnessing nature's spectacular show. There's so much more to the festival than just the flowers. The city comes alive with music, dancing, and delicious food from around the world. Street performers entertain the crowds, local artists display their work, and food vendors offer everything from classic festival treats to Japanese-inspired delicacies. It's a time of laughter, celebration, and community spirit, where everyone is welcome to join in the fun. The National Cherry Blossom Festival is a celebration for everyone, and it all began with a very special gift. In 1912, the people of Japan gave over 3,000 cherry trees to the city of Washington, D.C. as a symbol of friendship between the two nations. More than a century later, those trees continue to bloom each spring, reminding us of the enduring bonds of goodwill and the beauty that can come from sharing with others. So, whether you're able to visit in person or simply enjoy the blossoms from afar, the spirit of the festival is one of hope, renewal, and togetherness. Welcome to springtime in Washington, D.C., a season of wonder, joy, and unforgettable beauty. Did you know that the iconic cherry blossom trees that line the streets and parks of Washington, D.C. every spring are not actually native to the United States? In fact, these beautiful trees, with their delicate pink and white petals, have a fascinating story that stretches across continents and centuries. Their journey to America is a tale of international friendship, diplomacy, and a shared appreciation for natural beauty. Over 100 years ago, in the year 1912, Japan sent a remarkable gift to the United States: more than 3,000 cherry blossom trees. This generous gesture was not just about sharing the beauty of the cherry blossoms, but also about building a bridge of goodwill and understanding between two nations that were, at the time, still getting to know each other on the world stage. Imagine the excitement as crates filled with young cherry trees made their long journey across the Pacific Ocean, carefully packed and tended to by both Japanese and American horticulturists. The trees arrived in Washington, D.C., where they were greeted with great anticipation and fanfare. It was a moment that captured the imagination of people in both countries, symbolizing hope for a peaceful and prosperous relationship. The exchange of cherry blossom trees was more than just a diplomatic gesture. It was a heartfelt expression of friendship. Japanese and American officials came together in special ceremonies, exchanging gifts and handshakes, and planting the first trees as a sign of mutual respect and goodwill. These events were covered by newspapers and celebrated by communities, marking a new chapter in the relationship between Japan and the United States. The arrival and planting of the cherry blossom trees quickly became a major event. Crowds gathered to witness the ceremonies, and people from all walks of life came together to celebrate this unique gift. The excitement was palpable, as the city prepared to welcome a new tradition that would soon become an annual highlight, the National Cherry Blossom Festival. This festival, which continues to this day, draws visitors from around the world to marvel at the breathtaking beauty of the blossoms and to participate in cultural events that honor the enduring friendship between Japan and the United States. The cherry trees were carefully planted throughout Washington, D.C., with a special focus on the area around the tidal basin. This picturesque spot, with its reflective waters and views of the city's monuments, became the perfect home for the blossoms. Each spring, the trees burst into bloom, transforming the landscape into a sea of pink and white, and creating a magical atmosphere that attracts photographers, families, and tourists alike. Today, more than a century after their arrival, the cherry blossom trees remain a living symbol of the strong and lasting bond between Japan and the United States. They remind us of the power of a simple gesture to create lasting connections, and of the beauty that can flourish when nations come together in friendship. Every spring, as the blossoms return, we are invited to celebrate not only the arrival of a new season, but also the enduring spirit of goodwill that brought these remarkable trees to our nation's capital. Cherry blossoms have a special meaning in Japan. They represent hope, beauty, and new beginnings. Giving the trees as a gift was a powerful symbol. It meant that Japan wanted a strong and lasting friendship with the United States. The gift was a success. The cherry blossoms have become a beloved symbol of spring and international friendship in Washington, D.C. When you think of cherry blossoms, you might picture beautiful pink flowers. And you'd be right. Many cherry trees have lovely pink blossoms. But did you know that there are other colors too? Some cherry trees have white blossoms, and others have blossoms that are a mix of pink and white. There are even weeping cherry trees with branches that droop down towards the ground, like a waterfall of flowers. So, the most famous type of cherry blossom in Washington, D.C. is the Yoshino cherry. These trees have those classic light pink blossoms that, honestly, everyone just loves. Yoshino cherries bloom early in the spring, and wow, they really put on a spectacular show. They're basically the stars of the National Cherry Blossom Festival. When the Yoshino cherries are in bloom, the tidal basin looks like a sea of pink. It's truly a sight to behold. Another beautiful type of cherry tree is the Shidare Sakura, also known as the weeping cherry. These trees have branches that gracefully cascade down towards the ground. When the Shidare Sakura trees are in bloom, they look like waterfalls of pink or white flowers. They are truly breathtaking. You can find weeping cherry trees scattered throughout the city, adding a touch of elegance to the landscape. Cherry blossoms, known as Sakura in Japanese, are among the most cherished and iconic symbols of Japan. Every spring, the country transforms into a breathtaking sea of delicate pink and white petals, drawing millions of people outdoors to witness this fleeting natural spectacle. The arrival of cherry blossoms is eagerly anticipated, with forecasts and news updates tracking the Sakura Zensen, or cherry blossom front, as it moves from the southern islands of Okinawa up to the northern reaches of Hokkaido. This annual event is not just about the beauty of the flowers. It's a celebration of renewal, hope, and the impermanence of life, a concept deeply rooted in Japanese culture. Cherry blossoms are just as special in the United States, especially in places like Washington, D.C., where the trees line the tidal basin and create a stunning display each spring. The National Cherry Blossom Festival in D.C. is a beloved tradition, attracting visitors from all over the country and the world. The connection between Japan and the United States is beautifully symbolized by these trees, which were originally a gift from the city of Tokyo to Washington, D.C. in 1912 as a gesture of friendship and goodwill. In Japan, cherry blossoms are more than just beautiful flowers. They are the national flower and hold a special place in the hearts of the Japanese people. The sakura is featured in art, poetry, and even on everyday items like coins and clothing. Its brief, glorious bloom is a reminder to appreciate the present moment and to find beauty in the transient nature of life. One of the most beloved traditions in Japan is hanami, which literally means flower viewing. During Hanami, friends, families, and co-workers gather beneath the blooming cherry trees to enjoy picnics, share food and drinks, and celebrate the arrival of spring. Parks and riversides fill with laughter, music, and the joyful sounds of people coming together. Hanami is not just about admiring the blossoms, it's about making memories, strengthening bonds, and embracing the spirit of togetherness. These gatherings often last from morning until night, with people spreading out colorful blankets, enjoying homemade bento boxes, and sometimes even singing karaoke under the trees. The atmosphere is festive and relaxed, as everyone takes time to slow down and savor the beauty around them. For many, Hanami is a highlight of the year, a chance to reconnect with loved ones and appreciate the simple joys of life. Children play games, couples stroll hand in hand, and elders reminisce about past Hanami celebrations. The cherry blossoms create a magical canopy overhead, casting a soft pink glow on everyone below. It's a time when generations come together, sharing stories and traditions that have been passed down for centuries. Even though cherry blossoms bloom on opposite sides of the world, they have a unique power to connect people across cultures and continents. In both Japan and the United States, the arrival of the blossoms is a time of celebration, reflection, and unity. The shared appreciation for these beautiful trees reminds us that nature can bring people together, no matter where they live. Whether you're picnicking under Sakura in Tokyo or strolling along the tidal basin in Washington, D.C., the cherry blossoms inspire a sense of wonder and connection. They remind us to cherish the present, celebrate our friendships, and find joy in the fleeting moments that make life so beautiful. The National Cherry Blossom Festival is a time to celebrate spring, friendship, and the beauty of nature. There are so many ways to enjoy the festival. You can take a stroll around the tidal basin, have a picnic under the trees, or watch the amazing parade. There are also concerts, art exhibits, and cultural performances throughout the city. It's a wonderful time to experience all that Washington, D.C. has to offer. If you ever get the chance to visit Washington, D.C. during the National Cherry Blossom Festival, don't miss it. It's a truly unforgettable experience. And remember, the cherry blossoms are a symbol of friendship and goodwill, so share the joy, take pictures, tell your friends and family all about it, and spread the beauty of the blossoms wherever you go.